chip apart a fine piece. Raw materials. Ever at your service. As fine as the relics of old.
Come in, I don't bite. Not like I used to, anyway. I will stick to the trees and keep safe.
That'll be the
Full price for entry.
seems all right.
Go carefully.
Abulam! Don't you remember me?
We're too late.
Old friend.
Eru,
We can't let him die for nothing. Power gathers there, in his heart. He can still help Nerel.
then cut swiftly. The corruption is spreading. Oh, Eru. Come. Let's give him space. Go and find.
Don't be.
Remarkable. Always delighted to see a customer with taste.
Good sign Nerel is still holding on.
I'll be here, tinkering away.
She was here before. Where's she gone? God, with a wave of the paw. A miracle maker, just like the old myths say. Or the doctrine, if you ask the Zachariah. To tell you the truth, it wasn't by coincidence that I found your body floating downriver. It was him who sent me to you. Never thought I'd have the personal help of Akrat himself. Or, rather, his spirit. Oh, I suppose mythical help is needed to face mythical evil. What did Mephisto tell you, anyway? Back in the fields.
He actually thought he could convince me to let him out of the stone.
Hell, he's done enough damage from inside it. Smoke.
I had work. I was hoping we'd get a chance to talk.
My Lolo would always share stories of how he and my
I've been This soul.
Kurast?
Buried in the...
Took them long enough to catch up to me. This is ancient. I can just barely make it out. It's archaic. I'll try to translate. It was here I first met Akarat. Maybe one of his dedicants wrote it. Ah, at the end, it mentions a journey northwest. That's our best bet.
Burned knights giving you much trouble?
Seems we weren't the first to find this place. Let's hope this one has what we need. It's
I could use some assistance.
Wait, don't hurt them. They're the offered help, aren't you?
We are pilgrims who trod in Akarat's footsteps, same as you. Though we faltered, for you prevailed.
I am sorry for the violence they brought.
It was silenced easily enough. But you are touched by hatred. It coaxes out the bile in all things. The loathing in your heart. The bitter dead beneath your feet. Lay it all down to rest before you are consumed.
They were wanderers too. Only they never met Journey's end. Look! I missed this. It's almost like we're back in the peaks, shuffling through old books in the vault.
You missed that dust.
Wow. I guess I missed you and the others more than anything. Yes. I never had a place to belong to before that.
not.
And a me-sized hole to reach the other side. I'll crawl through. Don't make that face. I didn't mean it seriously.
You're lucky it's me and not Lord. I think that would have done him in.
Oh no. I'd never hear the end of it. Incredible. That skeleton could be the Dedicants. These, their writings. Look for anything that mentions Akarat's tomb. Yes.
Good. What else?
My axe. It's heavy in my hand. Familiar.
A time-tested blade is a good companion. Tell me one more new thing.
My mother chose Lilith. She chose Lilith over me.
Her mistake doesn't define your worth, Nero. And her mistake is past. But we are present. Here and real. We choose you. Hold onto us when you feel yourself sinking. All right?
Thanks to you.
Vengeance sours the heart. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to putting this dog down. I was...
By all means. You were a power-hungry tyrant. But at least you were honest about it in the end. Brava will be pleased to have the cathedral back under her thumb. And perhaps I'll finally have it off my back.
You gave him a kinder death than I would have.
wish you could not. But I have never been as strong as her.
Please.
Go, Nerel. Just go.
Friends.
Stick to the trees and keep safe.
I know that glint in your eye. I know what you seek.
I'll be here, tinkering away. As fine as the relics of old. Ever at your service.
Yeah, I went to Mexico. I have a video
Welcome, wanderer.
on my channel. If you type in like, or go to my playlists, and you go to the playlist going on a vacay, then you'll see a video that I took. was pretty fun. It was a nice relaxation. A lot of people are scared to go to Mexico, but for everybody who's scared, there's somebody who goes. And yeah, I made a video of it. You can check it out if you just go to my playlists.
Bring a challenge next time, won't you? Bring a challenge next time, won't you?
It's, you know what? I think wherever that question is, it's all a matter of how much money you have. There are some really nice places in Mexico, but you have to have a lot of money. I'm talking like pristine, look over the ocean, and, you know, just amazing weather, like all the time and things like that, but it's like millions of dollars. But there are some really nice places in Mexico that people, you know what I mean? It's just like really pristine beaches and things like that. What was that, Biggs? Do I think God? What? I'm not sure. I don't understand what you said. I'm just... this is part of the game that kind of just takes a little while. Like, you just... Infinite abilities. This is what I think, man. I think God is like the equation E equals MC squared. So, basically, God can do anything, yes. But at the point in time God can do anything, it never, like, it's never moved from the point of God. Because if you look at the equation, its mass becomes infinite. So at that point in time, the infinite possibilities of God is just like imagination. And that point in time exists in all points and places in time. So what I'm saying is that just as much as anything has been done, nothing has ever been done. So that equates reality with fantasy at the same time. E equals MC squared.
Ever at your service. Utterly timeless. I'll be here, tinkering away.
My glory days aren't over yet.
I would just say, you know what? I would say that's the expression. I just have to revert back to what I said before. That's the expression that God can do anything. God can even experience death. Death is a part of God. And I would just say it's a part of freedom. I just think that a part of freedom is that eventually everything gets expressed. But I think it's very human to apply whether or not that's good or bad. But I think that the more you understand that God operates off of this thing of freedom, and that's just something that is a part of existence because of, you know, what God is, then it makes it freeing, because eventually you can be anything. Eventually when you experience that, or anybody experiences that, they experience everything. So essentially it's not necessarily pain or suffering. And that's why I would say that I believe God is only good, because it can lead to that, or ideas like that. At least that's my conclusion. You can quote me on that, or make a clip out of it, or whatever you want to do. You can be anything, and that's where I think like it kind of relates to like the human being, because we essentially are a part of that deity. So you can be anything. Or I guess almost better stated, like, you will be anything eventually. It's just a matter of time, my friend. And don't worry, it'll be good.
I'll search this way. It's happening again. Get away from me!
This is kind of a fun game though, because this game is about heaven and hell. I think I think that everything on Earth represents different forms of consciousness. I think that the human being is a very special experience that experiences consciousness in the highest form. But I think that everything is connected as well. Like, you know, you and the trees and other people, I think that everything is connected. So I think that eventually everything will experience a human experience, but it's just like you experiencing the experience of God. Like, the human experiencing God is comparative to like an animal experiencing a human kind of thing. Like, eventually everything will experience what it means to be a human being, and eventually every human being will experience what it means to be God. That's what I think.
Over there.
I've been told I should be a pastor
It's already
before.
tipping over.
Somebody told me that I should be a pastor.
You see that, right? It's not just me.
The only problem is that I just, like, you don't hear my beliefs anywhere else. Like, this isn't a church. This is just me. Like, this is just what I've thought of after just like my life. So it's like I don't really fit in with any religion. This is just like what I think, you know.
We'll have to cut these vines at their source. Look for a thick knot of them. Do you hear that?
Good questions, Biggs. And how, you know, amazingly timed, because like I said, this game is about heaven versus hell. And like, where does the human being fit in?
You think I'm afraid of you?
I like, one of my favorite people though is Paul in the Bible, because Paul,
I know what Akarat did to you.
No, I think that, like I said, I think that you'll experience choice. When you die, you'll experience freedom. You'll experience the ability to experience again whatever you choose, whatever you decide at that point. That's what I think. I've tried to reason it out, like, as much as like, okay, let me take into consideration what life is, what physics is, what other things are that I've read, and is there free will or anything. I think that that's when you experience choice. And you have free will because it will be no other person's choice than yours. So at that point in time, I think that you have a decision to make. The death is like the beginning, because at that point in time, you can choose something. You have the option to choose, because you become the ultimate choice. My character is pretty strong in the game, and I think my character outside the game is pretty strong as well.
Fight back, Mirror. You are stronger than your burden.
Thanks again for the questions, Biggs.
Malashua's bathed in blood born anew. Weeping himself, the child wiped her tears. The flies they fed upon sick flesh. The fog its mother nor the sun dripped without blood. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I know you're trying just as hard as I am. But what if he's changing me? Permanently? What if I'm becoming someone not worth trying for?
Nayrel.
No, I'm alright. I'm here. Let's just get
If
to
you
the
like
tomb
that, you
and
should
finish
read the
this.
description of this video. I kind of did something like that. I made up a story where I talked about some of these things.
Salmak. Hopefully the tomb is close. Strange. everyone.
Hiding from you. And those weapons you carry.
We mean no harm. We come seeking the tomb of Akarat.
Do you now? You don't look like pilgrims.
We're not. We were sanctioned by the council in Kurast to make this journey.
The council? You spoke with Eru then?
Yes, but...
And where is he? Trying grounds, I'll bet. He was always sneaking off there when he was your age. I suppose he's meditating, greeting that patch of jungle like an old friend.
You know him well.
All right. If you're meant to find the tomb, Akarat will guide you. But I'll give you a kick in the right direction. I won't see Edu's work go to waste. Akarat has many faces. They will point the way.
Ah, a face of Akarat.
Maker of many deaths, giver of all lives. What kills but nourishes? Fire. Time. No. Water. Maybe the lake has something to do with the tomb.
Here's another one.
Blacker than a starless night, and safety in its darkness. Safety in darkness. Would a grave be too ironic? Well, not a grave, but maybe a tomb. Ah! A cave.
Another face.
We tore it open, and the pain unmade us both.
Reminds me of when I entered the spirit realm. We had to part the barrier that holds it back.
Is the answer that veil? Or something like it? A curtain, maybe. A cave, a curtain, and water. Or a curtain of water over a cave. I heard a waterfall near where we entered.
They're quicker than the pilgrims.
Yes, look! Behind the waterfall. It's as we thought.
Ah, there.
Is this really the tomb? I thought it would be... I don't know. Less moldy.
What is this?
An altar. No. I don't want to hurt anyone else. Don't let me out of this cave, please! Akara, cheers. Cha-cham. I'm all right for now. I'm not so sure. I felt something when I was chanting. Mili lilimbi thusud, thu kudo, mart solan. Look, a tablet out of thin air. Why did that work? Huh. Light need only be kindled. Perhaps it was about hope. The rest is in another language. It looks like the old tongue of Nahantu. Don't know what it means, but I think I can pronounce it at least. Na ipan, ban kike, ban lucha, ban kik, sene we koho. Ipan. I know that from my map. It means south. I'm not sure of the rest. Let's check south of the village. Where is it? Focus attention. Ban kike, ban lucha, ban kik sene wekoho. Nothing's happening. I don't understand. What did I do wrong? This can't be all for nothing.
On this, we can agree, Nerel. We must make our sacrifices mean something.
Eru!
You came back.
Do you remember the story of Tata, my friend?
The spirit born and his spirit. Tatha asked, "Why do you bring death to my tower?" The spirit says, "I'm lonely."
Tata takes the spirit's hand, and they leave the town together. The spirit will never be lonely again. Never hurt another soul. The town is saved.
Are we your killer spirit then, Eru? Bonded until the end.
Something like that. Maka gave her life for Nahantu. I will honor her sacrifice. I will take your hand, Nerel, and I will walk beside you. This much I can give.
Adding on to this, I think the meaning of life is to change.
Those words you said in the old tongue, they weren't meant for one mouth. I'll start, then you both come in. Bang, Kike!
Ban lucha!
Ban kik sene we koho.
That's cool. Interesting dreams. I think dreams are very interesting as well. I think dreams are an extension of freedom. It's like something very personal, but don't feel, like you can't share them at the same time. Something really good to do if you like dreams is to keep a dream journal, and every morning that you wake up you write down what your dreams were that you had.
Akarat. How they must have loved you to make wonders such as these.
How did you know to do that?
I didn't. Not for sure. But you told me.
got you. Last night, in my dream, I watched a movie. It was like, I went to this place. I was at a movie theater, and I remember these people that were there, and they were talking to me, and they were like, I was like, do you guys want to read this book? And I think the book that I was like talking about was Aragon, and it was like, I remembered this whole book while I was sitting there sleeping, and they were like, I was like, do you guys want to read it? I was talking to them. Like they were actually people. So that's interesting to me that it's like, feels like a place that exists to you. Like an actual place.
Let's clear the table before we sit to eat.
We're nearly there. We can finally make this right.
Some things cannot be made right, Mayra. They cannot be undone.
I know. I'm sorry. I just meant...
I know what you meant. It is too much for anyone to bear. Come. Akarat awaits.
Job's almost done now.
In the grasslands, we read of safeguards one of the dedicants built in this tomb.
Tread carefully. Understood.
A trial, perhaps. Two hands reaching for each other.
Floor!
Falling away. Are they reaching, or are they letting go? Maybe we need to let go of something as well. A sacrifice. The stone. Take it.
You know that will work. It is bound to you.
I've lost everything else.
filled it with air.
Grief. Guilt. Enough. I let it all go. No. I feel emptied out. Exhausted. But thank you for asking.
Cruel, isn't it? How sometimes
Yeah,
what's
well,
best for us
it just
hurts
takes a
the
lot of
most.
smart planning. Yeah, like, see? All this stuff, I'll show you. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you just do smart planning. So, like, all my items right here that I have, you see these? Like, these are all my items on my character. And, these are what you put your skills into. So if you get the right items and you put your skills into the right thing, it's like they fit with each other. And you can, your guy becomes really good. There's like still like some little things that I have, you know what I mean? Like I need to figure out and like put my points into and stuff, but that's how it works. That's how you get really good. You just make sure that you choose those right things with the right weapons. That was kind of a hard boss right there. That guy took away some life from me. He had a bunch of poison.
An empty room?
Far from it. That they are. I'll call on Akarat's light again. Oh. Strange. My connection to the spirits feels weaker. There. Had to reach out a bit further, was all.
Lighting one makes another go out.
There must be a certain order.
Yeah, I have the original Zelda on Nintendo. I've gotten pretty far. I've gotten to like castle or dungeon number 7 is as far as I've got. I don't know about I don't know if I've ever played A Link to the Past though. I have the original Zelda. I don't know if I have A Link to the Past. But I could try playing it though sometime.
What's this? I can't move.
This trial wasn't meant for us.
It seems I've lost a step in my old age, eh, Decade? Lost souls! All of you!
It's so dark. I repented. Do you think I was too late?
See, that guy was kind of tougher. He like took me down to half health. If I had to follow, I had to like run around his stuff in like a precise order.
To defeat Lilith, and they all died for it.
And I've never faced him before, so I really didn't know what to do. I just had to figure it out while I was doing it, kind of.
The tomb. Is this it?
Must be.
What ritual?
You'll see. I'll need your help, both of you. This will be harder without Maka.
Ro yi se, wu ki se, ro yi se, wu wu sa.
Akarat, can you believe we made it?
I never doubted you would, Nirel.
Akarat.
You can let go now.
I dreamed of this moment for so long. At last, my mind is quiet. My own. This place will be a far better warden for that stone than I.
Thank you for helping her, Eru.
Don't. I do this for Nahanto. Spirits, forgive me.
have done my part. See that you do yours.
This is not the end I wanted for us.
Enough! Damn your games and your lies.
Such sweet hatred. One moment of betrayal, and my blood sings in you.
Alright, I don't know what's about to happen here, but
Few
buckle up,
so
buttercups.
earthlight. Come, child of my child. I will give you the violence you long for.
Keep them away from Akarat! None of your attacks are doing anything! I know you're tired, Akarat. We need you just one more time.
You were not so frail. Lost reforce, Akara. It was a waste to give away your strength to this Shingle bronze. Your gifts will not wither. By my hand, or by time, death is the first weakness of humans. Death does not make us weak. It makes us matter. You are a given, but we are miracles, each.
Akarat is attacking him from within! Mephisto is vulnerable now! Look! A shred of Akarat's essence. Take it! He's sacrificing himself to hurt Mephisto! I'll try to find a better vantage.
You risk the whole of your lives for
Alright, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do?
without me.
Send this thing here.
But eternity is my domain. I will rejoin you soon.
There's too many!
Which will it
Nah, I got him.
be,
He's not
Lion?
doing it.
Will you sacrifice them to kill this sliver of me?
This build, the more there is, the better it is.
How human of you.
Thank you, Akarat.
That.
The seeds of Eru's betrayal were sown by your disregard for his precious spirit realm. You placed your quest above Nahantu, above him. It was little effort to sway him to my side. Hold nothing back. He will die this time, and I with him.
This is the only way! Honor his sacrifice! Make it count!
We did it, boys. We got him.
It's all right. I know you need to go now. You've done more for me than I could ever imagine. I promise I won't forget. I promise I won't give up. You don't need to look after me anymore. It's time for you to go.
Yo, thanks,
When death
Biggs.
first came for me, the embrace of the spirit realm.
Thank you for the
waited.
questions, man.
But now, I am afraid.
Gave me a chance to speak. Thanks.
Mephisto's voice has been silenced, but hatred, like fear, persists. Remember this in the days to come. That in the end, Akaret was afraid.
Akaret, wait! Will I ever see you again?
Yes, Snake-Rab. You will.
That's like some foreshadowing there. Like this game's all about like embodiments of ideas. And he was like, in the end, I was afraid. And Diablo is the embodiment of fear.
That corpse laid in the spirit realm for over 1,000 years. Who knows how much power it holds now? And Mephisto has puppeted the bodies of enough saints to give me an idea of what he's planning next. We have to stop him, no matter what. Let's find Eru and get some answers. We need to find him.
Gotta make sure I covered all my bases here. There's a lot of these little ones all over the place. That's what I want, is that one. Alright guys, I'm gonna get to like a save point kind of thing or something, then I'm gonna go have some lunch.
Stop running and face us, Eru.
There will be time enough for that, my friend.
We aren't friends. You've made that more than clear.
What did he give you? to betray us, Eru. Was it worth it?
Mephisto has sworn to spare all that I love from what is to come, even knowing I will never see it.
I'm not sure, probably just like a ham sandwich, nothing special.
You can't trust Mephisto to keep his promises.
I'm on like
He
a
will
keto
break
diet,
this deal the first chance he gets.
like a lot of protein and
Just tell us what you did with the
fats
stone
and stuff
and
like
the body.
that.
We can still make this right.
I have not come here to make this right. There is no making this right. There is only what you are owed. A reckoning. Today, I have chosen to break your trust. And every day I live, I must choose to do it again. And I say to you that I am not that strong.
Enough of this. Stop making excuses.
Here is what you want, then. Here is your vengeance. Come and take it!
Oh, Eru. He picked a fight he knew he wouldn't win. Bringing Mephisto into the vault nearly killed him. And when it didn't, he asked us to finish him. To end his pain.
You're sure this is the right move? Letting him go?
I know how it feels. To carry the guilt of hurting someone. And I know too well what it's like to wrestle with the Lord of Hatred. Eru made the only choice he thought he could. It's infuriating. It's crushing. But he's already done the worst he can do to us. Let him wrestle with himself now. It's what Akarat would want. If we kill him, we rob him of the choice to be better. It's time we return to the Horadric Vault. It might have something, anything, that could help us against Mephisto.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go back to Kiavashad and then I'm gonna go grab some food and I'll be back on in a little bit later. So I gotta go and eat real quick. But thanks for joining guys, thanks for the conversation, thanks for the questions. Hopefully it was the right thing to hear and hopefully I said the right thing at the same time, you know. But anyways, all I can ever do is just tell you what I think. But do I like stuffed crust pizza? Yeah. I can't have any like carbohydrates. I even have like special bread right now. I'm just trying to do this diet so that I can lose some weight. But anyways guys, I'll see you later, and especially thank you, shout out to Big Smoka. He's been the life of the chat. So later guys.